You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Let's get to it. Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 138.
138. Man, I know we just skipping Shannon this shit, so I'm segue sharp this week.
Okay. I like it. I like that. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the Podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. And if you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph on Instagram and Twitter.
On Twitter, I'm JON 2_ the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Holla at us. Ralph, my guy.
Another week.
Another week.
Another week is here. Johnny.
Yes.
How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling like an adult and not in a good way.
Oh.
The last week or so, I've been hearing like some weird sounds in the house. I'm thinking like the wind kicking up, spring is coming, pollen, all that. Come to find out, there's a critter in my ceiling.
Oh, wow. Peak adulthood problems.
Just, man, what? For real. This the side of stuff they don't prepare you for, So I got to call the pest control people. They doing everything. They found a small little hole in my roof where a squirrel or a baby raccoon or something then dug in there, and yeah, man. So they got all traps and all that kind of stuff set up. So just waiting on that mud to come out. So that's what I've been dealing with.
Excuse me. That's the part of house owning I don't envy.
Listen, man, it's crazy.
Man,
Nah,
I get on the phone with my realtor like,
Right.
hey, my boy,
Listen.
I need y'all to X, Y, and Z.
Yep.
And you better X, Y, and Z.
I have contemplated many times just downsizing, going to like a luxury apartment or a condo or something.
Talk that.
But I like my space.
You notice he said luxury.
Hey, look, hey man, listen. Listen.
I'm not giving up the house for.
Come on, no, big facts.
If I ain't got to, like,
Big
you know what I'm
facts.
saying, life ain't been that bad.
Nah, I can't do that. But yeah, man, I like the space though. I like my space.
Nah,
Man.
I love it.
I can't see myself moving into a smaller space. I can't do that.
I get that. Like,
Even if it is like a luxury apartment or whatever, I can't do it. I can't do it, man. Anyway, how you feeling?
I'm cool, man. I'm all right, man. I've reached peak millennialhood, I think. The other day. You know how you say you're never gonna do certain things? Like, man, I'm never doing that. I'll do it, like DoorDash and
Yeah.
all that other stuff, man. I found myself ordering my groceries online and picking them up at the store.
Yeah.
I was like, I literally don't have the 30 to 45 minutes to wrestle with people in this store. It's a little upcharge on there. I noticed the prices. I'm like, whoa, what a bag of wings is how much?
Convenience fee, man.
You know what?
Let me get it.
Man, run it. Run it anyway. But I did that and I picked up my groceries.
Felt good though, didn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah, look.
you just sit out there, you send them the text, they come outside, you pop the trunk, God bless.
That's it. Back home.
And the grocery store was busting too, so I did the right move.
Hey man.
It was literally, and I ordered everything before the store opened, so they had to honor my store first.
Oh no, it's lit.
Yeah, that's
the
trick.
tricks of everything.
Oh man, you got to order like about 9 o'clock. Store open at 10.
That's fine. I love that.
Oh yeah, my stuff ready about 10:30. I was like, yes.
Say no more, man.
But yeah, I said I'd never do that. I said I'll never order DoorDash, and then I was like, well,
yeah,
I don't feel like moving.
Let me tell you something. DoorDash is literally one of the greatest inventions of the past how many ever years.
I was like, why haven't they thought about this
Like,
sooner?
man, what? Uber for food? Literally. Like that. So do you see yourself, like, continuing to do that with your groceries?
I'm never going back. If it ain't nothing like,
Ralph
I mean,
said,
like I can go
don't
in there for like
insult me.
2-3 things.
Yeah.
But if I gotta do the grocery
The
haul
heavy-
for the week, oh no.
Ralph said,
I'll let them handle that.
how dare you look at me like a peasant? Ask me that peasant question.
I'm never going back.
I love it.
Never.
No, I love it. I love it. See, that's the side of adulthood that I like.
Like
the convenience.
When you got to the point where you can't sacrifice an hour at the grocery store, yeah, it sounds kind of nasty. I just didn't want to go.
Hey, man.
Like I can literally drive to the store and pick it up, but I ain't trying to go.
You ain't
in
trying
there
to go in
and
there
and wrestle with all these. You know, all
They might be out of stuff. If they out of something, let the shopper go do that for you. Like
They know
I'm
exactly
good.
where to go to.
Yep, look,
Because if I goofy ass be walking around like, damn man, I go to the store all the time. I still can't find like
it'd be like that.
certain things.
It'd be
like,
like that.
Did y'all move it? No.
Right.
And all these is the same 6 aisles, man. It ain't you know, all these ain't that big.
and all of them. The same six in all of them.
You know, meat.
It just may be
frozen over to
reversed.
the right.
Yes, that's it.
But it's the same setup.
I love it. I love it. See,
I reached
you've
that
inspired me. I think I'm about to do that
man.
because I need to go grocery shopping.
Bro,
for
ain't
the
going
week.
back. Ain't going back. Like, hey, better yet, pause the podcast. Go ahead, order.
Look, let it be ready by the time we end.
They'll give you a window. They'll pick it up.
I don't got my list together yet though.
Yeah.
That's the only problem.
Yeah, that's the other
That's
thing
the
too.
only
And because that, like me, like I'm goofy. You can't send me to the store. I be like lightweight hungry. So, you know, you start
Nah,
buying
that's
stuff
real.
that you don't.
That's
I'm
real.
like, hey, man,
That's real.
oh dang, they got ready made chicken with the broccoli already stuffed in it. Let me
Say,
get that.
yep, let me get that.
So I'm just buying stuff.
No, it'd be like that. That's true. No, that's true.
Okay.
That's big facts.
Keep you on that budget.
So, you know, been at home working for 2 years, right? So sometimes just to get out the house, I used to go to the grocery store for lunch and get like, you know, the little fried chicken, little meals they got. Can't go hungry because now I'm getting that. I'm getting snacks. I'm getting like tea. I'm getting all kind of stuff because I'm going hungry. Can't do that.
And I'm the worst type of person, right? Because I'll see the 3 for $10. I'm like, hey, I gotta get 3.
Look,
I gotta get 3 though. Like, well, it doesn't serve you to have 3 of these, but I gotta get 3 because they 3 for $10. It's the deal.
It's just hella shit in the freezer.
I'm worse though. Like I'm telling you, man. Like, what I need all this ice cream for? Because it's 3 for $10.
My God, and I can't even eat ice cream no more. That's me. It's true.
The 30 plus.
It's different.
That's really
man.
what it is, man. I'm lactose.
Like it's so much stuff that I can't like. I feel like I really shouldn't and can't eat anymore, only because of how my digestive system handles it, and it's bad.
If I know that I want to eat ice cream, I know what my next day is gonna be like, so I know I'm not going nowhere. So I'll go to town on the ice cream.
Weekends only.
Pretty much. If I know it's a Saturday where I know I'm not going, like I know, you know, we ain't going to church or nothing like that. All right, cool. Man, I'm in the house.
Turn it up.
Run it. Run the whole.
And you got plenty.
What's the whole pint?
You got the 3 for $10 at the
I know,
crib, so
man.
you good. Look, prepared.
Hey man, I'll be struggling, man. This weight loss is for the birds, man. I just be working out. I don't be eating right. Like, I'm just be fat. I'm be buff, but I'm gonna have muscles on top of it. All this gonna turn to muscle because I ain't losing no weight. I'm just letting you know.
Okay,
I'm just gonna be big. Gonna be a big buff nigga. I ain't losing no weight, but boy, that is not happening.
Hey, man.
When the food calls me, I answer.
That's how I be sometimes, and that's okay. That's okay.
Well, I'm getting surgery like the rest of them. All right, man. All right.
Yo, if Ralph come to this studio with a BBL,
I'm telling you, I'll do it too. I gotta be fucked up.
God, no, Anna,
Anna
let me get Anna on the phone right now.
Don't. Tough. What you talking?
I mean, listen, they get the BBLs and go straight to Instagram, so I wouldn't expect anything less. I wouldn't. TikTok finna be popping.
You already know I'm a gym honey already.
Listen, I'm about to say, yo, workout social media is already jumping. Don't be off social media for 2 weeks, then come back super buff.
Oh yeah. Oh, you would have got the work done.
Nah, look. I'm gonna create a fake account and spam
like he's on steroids. Like just on hate. I'm like, I might be.
Them ain't even real ones.
I know we way like, right. But it's cool, man. Y'all rock with us. But it's like when it comes to like steroids and stuff like that, people be hating like, oh, he's not natural. Like, man, look, man, if I get my body look like that, I don't give a fuck how I got there.
Hey, man. I assume that's the same way the women feel when they go and get these surgeries.
Yeah, I think when it just comes off as like you're flaunting, like you know. Well, I mean, I don't know. You know, we gonna get into body dysmorphia. We gonna talk about this already. Yeah, it's
It be like
hey,
that.
it is what it is. I paid for my body, you work for it. We still trying to get to the same goal.
Basically, what can I say about somebody that has the money or maybe doesn't have the money and gets the and goes and get that procedure? It ain't affected me none. I'm still here. I'm good. So whatever you want to do, man.
My point exactly.
Use what you got to get what you want on some Play Club shit.
Yeah, I was about to say, we doing the Ronnie Ho quotes. All right.
All right, let's.
All right.
We
Off the dome.
Hell no. Let me go first. I feel like I haven't gone first in a while. All right. Super random question, but something I just thought about as I just scrolling Twitter, right? Mm-hmm. So, name me a villain from a black movie that you would still be really mad at if you watched the movie today.
Okay, black okay. It would definitely be Cleon from Dead Presidents. I don't know if you count him as a villain though, but they brought him in on the scheme and he snitched when he got all the money. That's a villain. That's a villain. Okay, yeah, because he was a wild boy. He was a wild boy in the army, and then you go and you become a preacher's boy. You become a preacher's man. All right, cool. But don't grow a conscience when you was in on the scheme.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Bokeem Woodbine, played that character to a T. But I promise you, if I ever watch Dead Presidents again, I'ma always be mad at that.
He owe you the fade.
Yeah, man, what?
You know who owed me the fade?
Oh.
You remember the big dude from Drumline that started their fight?
Oh, come on, man. the pal that Nick Cannon swung on.
Yes. Yeah, man. Nah. Every time he got to run me that. He got to run me that for real. I'm mad thinking about it. Anyway.
I like that one though. Yeah, but yeah. No, that's what's up. I got one. Music related. Diss tracks are like essential in hip hop, right? And timing matters, right? Have you ever heard a diss track that was fire, but it was too late? The beef was already over. It was already cooked. Thing is over. Sizzle. Salzone.
Finito.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, that was too late.
Because there's been a few of them.
Does it? So, okay. The one that's coming to mind, and it was like 3 different ones. Remember when Joe Budden was going at Drake?
Yeah.
And it was like there was no back and forth. It was just Joe going at Drake. Like Drake never said anything back to him. This had to be like 2016 maybe.
Mm-hmm. Would that fall as too late though? Because I don't know if you count that as a beef if one side is doing all the diss.
right. Okay, okay. I got you. I see what you're saying. That makes sense.
Because sometimes like the blow is already done. Mm-hmm. Like it's like you can't do much with this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, give me your answer because I need to think.
Well, I always find a way to do a Jay-Z reference. But Jay-Z, he struck back too late. And I'm not going to use Super Ugly in the Jay-Z Nas thing. It was Blueprint 2 off of the Blueprint 2 album. That was a Nas diss. When I say he tore the Nas ass, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Ether already happened. And people already had their perception of Jay-Z after Ether. So it's like Nas did what he was supposed to do with the impact of his song.
Yep.
So when Blueprint 2 came out, is it Uchi Wally or One Mic? Yeah. I mean, when I say he was talking to this band's soul, but it didn't matter because it was too late.
It was too late. Way past due.
So that's like, my answer with that.
Damn it. I feel like every quarter you stump me.
I'll give you another one.
I'm listening.
Clap back with Ja Rule and 50. I'm going to clap back.
Oh, no. I remember the song.
And that was too late.
Damn, man, that was too. Damn.
Even New York was like this song, right?
Was it? Was it?
Well, that was all of 50 Cent's enemies, and they got on the song to say they repping the real New York.
But I mean, is that us saying that that's a diss, or that they just get together?
I always thought it was a diss because them niggas hated 50 Cent. I always thought it was like, we outside. You ain't really, who you are.
Yeah.
I don't know. But no, Clapback was definitely too late.
I'm upset because I'm drawing a blank.
I was about to say, of all the Eminem disses, right?
That's too late though.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
because I mean, if Eminem is dissing somebody, then he coming like he's not gonna take.
But I'm talking about now, not on Eminem's side. I'm talking about on the other side, like.
I feel like the beefs Eminem has been back and forth between Eminem and whoever it is, but I feel like none of them have ever come too late.
Well, my things with Eminem beefs, he always kind of like he's like the third leg. He always jumping somebody. Like they already cooking. They was cooking Ja Rule.
He be itching.
He was cooking on. They was cooking Ja already. Then here you come. Like God damn. Like stall him out, Debo. And then Benzino.
Yeah. I would say Benzino, but even when him and Eminem was going back and forth, Benzino was coming right back at him, even though shit was trash.
He was cooking.
I'm
Benzino.
just saying.
He was cooking.
He was. Nail in the Coffin is still one of my favorite diss tracks ever.
But he was cooking. He was
100%.
He really cooked Ja though. It was God damn, man. Jeffrey didn't deserve that, man. But it was just like, oh, you talking about my man, so I'm finna get you too. That was where that.
But then Ja Rule mentioned Eminem's daughter too.
Yeah, that's okay.
So.
Oh, okay. But still, he was already getting.
It was almost warranted.
He was getting cooked.
Hey,
it was like bad.
It'd be like that.
Clapback didn't even matter by that point.
Clap up. Listen, I'm drawing the blade, man. He got me. He stumped me.
Well, hey, people, that was Off the Dome. Hey, what diss track do you believe came too late in the diss?
And what villain from a black movie would you still be mad at if you watched that movie today? Let us know.
Right. Hey, man. Segue. I'm sorry. OS Gang, what up, man? We got a few topics here, but first. We got Pusha T involved himself in a beef between fast food giants. Like, that's interesting, right? So he dropped his diss track with Arby's going at the none other than the Golden Arches. Johnny, your thoughts?
Yeah.
On the beef?
Look, I love it. Pusha T is the GOAT when it comes to diss tracks for fast food restaurants. This is great. This song was great.
I didn't know I needed to hear this, but okay.
Like, I don't know how they came to this agreement, and how great of a rapper do you have to be able to create a song for a fast food chain going at another fast food chain and make it as dope as this was? Like, this was amazing.
Him dropping Coke references in a jingle that's supposed to be played on TV is nasty. Like, in a good way.
It worked. It worked. He didn't already performed Diet Coke on Jimmy Fallon. This is like the next step.
I don't know, man. It's so crazy. Like I didn't like. I'm not a fan of it per se, but it's dope that man. I push the on music, man. I don't want this. Like maybe that's what it is.
The music coming.
I want music.
Maybe this is part of the rollout for the music.
I guess.
Because either way, this is hard.
I'm just, I've seen so many very, why would Pusha do this? Tap dance and blah blah blah. Woo woo, man. Hey, look, I don't consider it a tap dance type of move. It's not the Mary J. Remember what she did with the jingle? That was nasty.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Nah, that was nasty. This is a little bit. This is way more tolerable. So. I guess it gives like a little bit of I don't have that much pushback when it comes to it. It's just shout out Pusha T, man. I mean, hey, I'm never gonna knock nobody for getting their money.
Word.
Never that. But it's not nasty in the sense where I just like, oh, step dancing for the mouse.
Right.
I ain't doing it. I ain't doing that.
Cause this ain't that. Nah. This is not that.
Cause it's still very kind of true to what Pusha T does. So that's the other side to it.
He's himself in writing this music for this fast food chain. Now, I don't know if you remember, but somebody reposted this clip that Pusha T did with the Joe Budden podcast. This was like years ago, back when Rory and Mal was still on there. Mm-hmm. But during this interview, Pusha T mentioned that, I don't know if it was this particular ad specifically, but he mentioned that in writing jingles for Arby's, like he had like 40% equity in that specific thing or something like that. When he wrote the I'm Loving It jingle for McDonald's, he only got $500,000 for that. So getting paid on top of having ownership in the song or the whatever the partnership is with this ad, like that is dope because they still running that I'm Loving It jingle now. McDonald's is. So just think about all the money he's missing out because he didn't have ownership in that. So this is great.
It kind of ties back to your argument for the TikTok stuff that we talked about last week. It's just you took the lump sum up front and you didn't have it necessarily your paperwork as to this.
Maybe
so I can see why
know.
you could a little bit slighted at McDonald's for that.
Which probably gave him a little bit more fuel to write to it.
But Arby's though, like Wendy's couldn't call you. Like you took Arby's money. Like, ain't nobody. Hey, I salute to Pusha T, but I ain't running the Arby's because he made the jingle for it.
I mean, me either.
Like,
Me either. But hey, that's us though. You never know who said, you know what? Maybe I go try Arby's. I never had Arby's. Like you never know.
God bless them, man, because that ain't it.
Well, remember I showed you Wendy's a few years ago put out a whole this EP going at all the other fast food chains, which was I think I talked about that on here, but. That was actually pretty dope. So would you want to hear a whole EP of diss tracks from? No. This was good enough.
That was good enough. This is where we stop.
The buck stops here.
Man, what?
That's hilarious.
I know, man. But speaking of something that's not so hilarious, man, it's the Slaughterhouse, man. We talked about them, I think, 2 weeks ago, just with their upcoming album with 2 members just coming together and say, hey, we're going to talk about the rise and fall of Slaughterhouse. Well, those numbers are in.
Man,
they so low we ain't got to mention
them. Damn,
Johnny.
These are worldwide numbers too,
yeah,
not just in the country,
right?
States.
Well, Johnny, what do you think about the rise and fall of Slaughterhouse and I guess the blowback from the album sales and all that?
They did that. They did their whole rollout with the online, the YouTube series, all the lives. Talking to Joe, talking to Royce, them talking to each other, just to sell what I well, at least from last week, was like 8,000 albums worldwide. All of that whole rollout for that. I hope for them it was worth it. I don't know what their end goal was. I don't know if they had a specific goal in doing this. Maybe they really just wanted to get their perspective out. I don't know, but to do everything they did with the rollout and have things play out like this is just not. I don't know. To me, it wasn't worth it. On the outside looking in, it wasn't worth them doing everything they did, even to maybe even end a friendship. Forget Slaughterhouse as a group. I'm talking about just friendship. To end a friendship like that, if that is where it's going, like it wasn't worth it to me.
Yeah, like them as a group is over. I think that's for
sure. Yeah. Maybe
the friendship can be somewhat salvageable. Salvageable.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. Stuck the landing. All right, cool. It was an 8.7, not a 10. But no, I just like just everything that's been going on in the podcast media spaces and those things. There's a lot of he say, she said stuff just being hurled out. Like Crooked Eye is probably the most vocal out of everybody. Mm-hmm. Like I can honestly think that Joel has really said much on his own.
Not on his own. The most I heard him speak was when he jumped on the live with Royce and Joe.
So it kind of feels like it's Crooked versus Joe. Like is that the issue?
Quite possibly. Quite possibly.
That's where it seems like it boils down to. So it's just quite unfortunate. I don't know where the bitterness and the animosity comes from. That's something that maybe they can talk behind closed doors and, kind of, fix that, mend that. I was always kind of pro Joe and pro Royce anyway. Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah, it is what it is.
And that wasn't from a popularity, visibility standpoint. It just seems like y'all was on some shady stuff. No pun intended. It just seemed a little iffy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I really do feel like whatever issues they had with each other within the group is something that could have been discussed behind closed doors. Each of them has their own things going on. Mm-hmm. More noticeably, Joe with the podcast, of course, but everybody has their own lane. So not everybody's schedules are going to align, and the way that each of them thinks about proceeding in business is different because everybody has their hands in different things. So from there, I feel like they should have been able to figure out how to move forward with everybody's
and you know what the difference is between this and any other group breaking up? They were 4 solo artists that just came together because we said that might be a good idea.
Right.
Or they teased it. We was like, oh, y'all be dope together. That's the difference. Yep. Like, these aren't necessarily friends that came up in the industry or in real life together. That's where you can get like the Wu-Tangs, the Outkast, like the groups that are really.
They were all already established as solo artists, but then decided to come together.
And then all the business dealings that made them jaded towards the music industry is what drove them together. And now, unfortunately, that's what drew them apart.
The irony. Oh, that's crazy. That it's still nasty. All that promo for them to just only sell 8,000 copies. Like, that's wild.
And it's Trump. I mean, Royce does way bigger numbers than that. Like way
on his own.
But it's just quite unfortunate. I hated this. This the whole thing was nasty. And then like you said, was it worth it?
Man, the potential that could have been all four of them coming back together, let's just say on a festival stage or with a new album or whatever. Like, just imagine Joe Budden been screaming he's retired for 6 years. Imagine if he come out of retirement on the Slaughterhouse album. Like,
the internet would be ablaze.
Man, what?
As much as people hate Joe,
they
like the hate would drive the album.
Oh
to
my
sell.
God, big facts. I was going to see them at a festival. If they was going to perform at a festival, I was going. Which one I don't know, but I was going somewhere. Like that's nuts. I've been thinking about the potential that could have been since this whole thing happened. Like,
yeah, it's always the potential that kind of gets you down, especially if you're an artist or a fan or whatever the situation is of said entity or group or whatever. So you like, man, y'all could have done this, that, and the third together, and then seeing that this spawn of where you kind of control your own destiny with your music, like lyricism is back. Like, you necessarily don't need the label and those types of machines behind you to thrive. Slaughterhouse, like the whole situation, like either they should have been in the 90s or right now.
Right.
Like, it's like the time that they got together was like very iffy in the music industry, and then when they started to kind of get the wheels going on that thing, it just kind of
fizzled out.
It fizzled out. But hopefully this doesn't fizzle out as it goes through the halls of Congress. We're going to switch lanes and talk about something a little bit more serious. But the Crown Act has been asked through the House. We're going to see if that hopefully, matriculates up all the way up to Biden's desk where it becomes an official act. Johnny, what do you think about this?
Yes, the Crown Act, which stands for Creating a Respectful and Open World for Natural Hair Act.
I had no idea that was an acronym. Thank you for that.
Oh, no problem. I think this is great. This has been like a law or bill 10 years in the making. A lot of people have in the past 10 or so years have come forward saying that they have been discriminated against because of their hair, especially black women. So that for the House to actually pass this bill is phenomenal. Now we just need the Senate to pass it in order for Biden to get it to sign it into law. But I am thoroughly happy about this. And what's crazy is, back like the middle of last year when I was interviewing for like new positions, that was actually one of my like thoughts in the back of my head, because during the pandemic, during quarantine, I actually grew my hair out. And talking to my mom about it, I was like, I'm actually kind of nervous because I don't know how these corporate jobs are going to perceive a black man that has, hair, like I have mine now, curly and all that kind of stuff. So that was an issue for me. So this actually puts me a little bit more at ease, since I will be going back to the office soon. It's like, all right, I won't be able to legally be discriminated against because of the type of hairstyle that I have. So this is actually really dope.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like on both sides, right? It's a shame that we even have to write this in the law. Like, that's the part that bothers me. And like you said, Johnny, like we're both obviously African American males, and we're very self-conscious about how we present ourselves in these spaces where we're not, so dominant, right? We're not the majority. So I grew my hair out in the pandemic, as you can see. We're here now. But it took me a while to kind of accept that, hey, no matter what, they're kind of always going to have something against you. So whatever, like grow your hair, be free, don't worry about it. If it comes to that, we'll just deal with it when it gets there. That's how I looked at it. And so to have this kind of be, pushing through as a federal law And I work for the government, so hopefully I never have to endure with that. You know, so I never have to deal with it.
Right.
But this is more so like for the ground level, right? You know, those people that have those private sector jobs, or even like, you know, to the person that just works a front desk somewhere, something like that. You don't want to be discriminated against just because of your hair, the texture of your hair, the color of your hair. You know, sometimes we have our jokes about, you know, our sisters that may have, you know, a loud colored hair, you know, things like that. Sometimes don't compliment your skin, baby. Don't do the red.
Big
don't
facts.
do the red. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just, but all in all, that woman or that man deserves the fair shot that anybody else would get, regardless. So. That the fact that this is being hopefully being put into law is okay. I you know, we kind of rocking with it, but it kind of makes me feel bad because I don't know if these things ever really will change, even if it's law.
Makes sense. It definitely makes sense.
I just want to be a little bit more like Debbie Downer about it because I mean, I actually have lots that I don't plan on cutting. So that's the thing. So I gotta live with this, regardless.
It's like you said, it's wild that this even has to be a law. Like we shouldn't, as black people, we shouldn't be chastised for the natural way our hair grows out of our head. Like that's nuts. But then again, that goes back to non-black people not fully understanding or accepting that we are different. Like we're different, and that's okay. Like my hair don't grow like yours. It's perfectly fine. Go about your business because it's not affecting you. Like what's happening? Like what's really going on? So I'm happy that the House passed this. Hopefully the Senate passes it sooner rather than later, and it gets signed into law. Because I don't want our brothers and sisters to continue to be affected by these types of things, man. Because it's crazy. Yeah,
let me get on my soapbox a little bit. Hopefully this does go through, and it won't be such of a symbolic gesture. I hope that, you know, we put our faith in politicians and lawmakers so much to where we don't, you know, we'll celebrate this because it's a symbolic win, but the things that really, you know, champion equality never really kind of go through. Okay. Like things that really like can affect the day to day of a black person or a minority.
Okay,
you know got you.
Things
that really equal the playing field.
Yeah, so, I got you.
You know, God bless that this hair bill goes through. Like I'm cool. You know, hey, look, I'm tired of feeling like we're taking the crumbs from the table when it comes to certain things, man. That's it.
I understand what you're saying.
It's like, hey, you know, this will go through more than likely. We'll be talking about this when it goes through. Yeah. But like those.
But there are way more pressing issues than this.
That's my point. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. And I understand. Okay. I definitely understand it.
Let's go to something a little bit more lighthearted. Blurred topic, blurred segments, man. We got a few of them this week. But the Doctor Strange runtime for Multiverse of Madness has been released. It looks like we're going to be looking at a whopping 2 hours and 28 minutes. Does this running time change your perception of what the film may or may not be? Johnny!
I don't know, man, because 10 of those minutes is probably credits and post-credit scenes. So we're looking at 2 hours, 18 minutes.
I can rock with it.
I know you happy about it.
Well, no, I'm gonna let you. I want you to finish your points before I even start talking. Go ahead, you got it.
I just, for as big of a movie that I feel like this is going to be, I don't know if there's gonna be enough time to get the point across that needs to be across. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. That's all I got.
You know me. I'm pro. Keeping. If they could make this joint an hour and 20 minutes, I'll be happy as hell. But that'll never happen.
I'll be mad as hell. This shit was an hour and 20 minutes.
But this is where we're going with the superhero flicks. Like, God, it's like everything's gonna be a director's cut. It ain't gonna be no more theatrical cuts. Everything that they made, which will tie into our next topic, they all like they want the people to have it. So it's like, hey, we just gonna start making 3-hour films. Like that's gonna be the standard. Remember we talked about this off mic. Like we was just like, hey, I think that's just what the standard will be, especially when you're talking about these comic book movies or these adaptations because of the multiple layers, the multiple characters. Like, yeah, this is a Doctor Strange movie, but we gonna be talking about 3 other people too.
This is true.
So
actually, and more than
maybe
that,
more than
because of the cameos that are supposed to be in the movie.
My point is that, like, we know Wanda Maximoff in here, or so we know we're getting that. So that's the subplot line. Not to mention whatever's gonna happen with the Illuminati, which we know is gonna be present. Like, the little Easter egg. So it's like we got to make sure all this ties together, and we got to do it in 2 hours and 30 minutes.
But so I just looked up the run time for Infinity War. Mm-hmm. Infinity War was 2 hours and 29 minutes. Okay. And Infinity War was a spectacular movie. Mm-hmm. Besides the fight scene at the end, the battle scene at the end, would you say it was action packed? Infinity War. I don't think Endgame was. Endgame definitely wasn't.
Endgame wasn't. I think Infinity War had more action sequences. Yes.
Okay. So and in my mind, I'm trying to figure out, or trying to figure out if Doctor Strange will be more. Will it be a good balance of action and story, or would it be more story driven? I'm not sure.
I think it'll be more a combination of both, because we've seen like what the trailer is, and I don't think Marvel really pumps fake you on the actual action. They might pump fake you on what the plot is. Like,
yeah.
But if the action is there, I think we're gonna get the action, the side, like, because he's dimension bending and all that stuff. So we gonna get all that. I ain't worried about that with Doctor Strange.
Got you.
I ain't really worried about that.
So you don't think this runtime is going to hinder the movie or hurt the movie at all? You think this is the sweet spot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, me. I'm with, because please just don't let it be longer. I stand on that. Like 2 hours, 2.5 is already pushing it. So it's pushing it.
I mean, it's true, but still.
Yeah, but you see how long the movie got to be. Like, you see how many characters and plot lines the movie got to have for it to be at this long.
But see,
like 2 hours, 3 hours. Like even when we we go get to the Batman. But I'm just saying, like, how much you had to put in there for it to flow, for it to make it work.
Yeah. Listen, Marvel, the MCU has not let me down when it comes to their movies that have multiple characters in it, like multiple big characters. Yeah. So, like, I'm not looking at this as a negative. I'm not looking at this as a negative.
This never changed my perception. I think it's just fine.
But what
they came out and said, like, the run time was 2 hours and 45 minutes. I'm like, what we doing with that 15 minutes, my boy? Like what we doing there?
I wouldn't. I'd be like, yes, give me more Illuminati, damn it. But what's crazy is, like, so I feel like, I don't know this for sure, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of big cameos from other Marvel properties. So, like, X-Men, the Marvel properties that Fox had. I feel like there will be small cameos from those different characters, but only for a split second. So like the Illuminati scene, like, it probably just be one scene where we see them together with, and then not again. So that I don't know. I'm still excited for this movie. I'm thoroughly looking forward to it.
I'm not as skeptical about this. I'm just like, okay, this is actually kind of the standard now. Like, I'm
with the 2.5.
Yeah. Now, when you start creeping to 3, that's why I'm telling you.
That's where you draw the line.
Man, what? I put my my pitchfork and my Klan's hood on for that. I'm like, hey man, what we doing? No.
Oh my god. Real quick before we move on, have you noticed that there has not been a Thor trailer yet? Thor comes out in. Wait, this comes out in May. When is Thor? Thor comes out in July.
Well, we'll get it eventually. I mean, it's still early in the game. We'll get a teaser soon enough. Now, I feel you though. I feel you.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of people like tripping about it. Like, we haven't. They did the same shit with Spider-Man.
They're not DC. Yeah.
Listen, you can trust the MCU.
DC,
we good.
DC will drop a trailer and be like, oh, we pushing it back. They drop footage. We're going to push it back.
Oh, my God. This is true.
I know. Switching lanes. Now, since we already talked about DC, let's kind of bring this into. They recently, the director, Matt Stone? I believe that's his name, right?
I'm sorry, Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves. Yeah. Okay. I don't know where I got Matt Stone from. But no, that's the South Park guy. Ain't it?
Stone?
Yeah. Ain't it? Trey something? Oh, Trey something. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Okay, my bad.
Them guys.
Yeah, those guys. But either way, Matt Reeves dropped his deleted scene featuring what will be the Joker in his version of the Batman. Johnny, what did you think about the deleted scene?
This 5-minute scene, I'm glad it was left out of the movie. It wasn't a bad scene, but I don't think it would have helped the plot at all. It's just, I don't know. It was just a scene that was shot that he decided not to put in the movie, which I don't know. I'm just happy about it. I don't want there to be like a Joker focus in any of the Batman movies. Like we're good. We're Jokered out. I'm Jokered out. I'm good.
Hey,
look right.
You knew it was gonna happen. Like you knew this was gonna happen. Like listen, just the him talking to the Riddler was enough for them to put this up. They knew people was gonna be such up in arms. They was like, "Oh, it's the Riddler. I mean, it's the Joker. Now we get the scene that could have been in the film. Now people are like, "Oh, it could have been in the film."
Nah.
Not you. No, not you.
Oh yeah.
The consensus.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I already felt like it was a lot going on. What was this gonna add?
Exactly.
Just context.
Exactly.
Just context between the Joker and the Batman's relationship, but it had nothing to do with the plot.
And then how do we know Batman knows the Joker to really go up to his cell and say, "Read this. What you think?"
It's kind of like it's insinuating, like, that they've had an established relationship. I get what you're saying.
And this is only his second year as Batman. No. I'm glad this scene was not in the movie. Scene was unnecessary, and they could have kept it on the Blu-ray. We ain't need to see this on the internet.
They just want to draw up like buzz about the. I'm telling you, they trying to draw a buzz for this. So when Batman 2 or Dark Knight, whatever they gonna call
Dark
Man, I don't know, whatever they calling him.
Dark Man.
Girls, it'll probably just be the world's greatest detective. They'll probably be the next. They'll be like, that might be it. But I'm just saying, in that point,
I'm not mad at
they're going to put the Joker in this film, like in this universe.
Don't do what I mean.
It's already there.
We already had the one scene, but fam, like, no.
You're right.
No.
You get no pushback from me.
And I was thinking about this while watching that scene. So remember we discussed this movie is loosely based off of The Longest Halloween storyline. Mm-hmm. In that storyline, Batman goes to see another one of his villains called Calendar Man. That scene with the Joker is actually, I think, the same scene that the Calendar Man was in. So just replace the Joker with Calendar Man, because Batman went to Calendar Man because the person doing these murders was doing them on holidays, only on holidays. So he went to Calendar Man to say, "Hey, what's the correlation between the killings and these holidays and the people that's being killed and stuff like that?" So that scene that Matt Reeves put out with the Joker was a scene that probably should have been done with Calendar Man. It probably would have made more sense.
Gotcha.
But that's all I got.
Okay. No, I feel you.
Still unnecessary, and I'm happy it wasn't in the movie. I'm thoroughly happy that scene was not in the movie.
Speaking of the Joker being left out of a feature film, we got to talk about the real life Joker, and that's Kanye West being left off the Grammy stage. Johnny. What do you think about Kanye West being uninvited or banned from the Grammys?
Uninvited.
That's nasty. But
I'm gonna be honest with you. From the Grammys perspective, I think it makes sense. You've had Kanye West in the headlines and on social media the past month and a half, literally threatening. What's my man? Pete Davidson. I forgot. Drew a blank. But you literally had this man threatening Pete Davidson. Like, Pete Davidson has had to get more security. Kanye West made a video where he had Pete Davidson's head in his hand. Like, if you do Grammys, what else do you do? Like, this is a kid friendly show. Yeah. Like, what else do you do? I think it makes sense.
Yeah, and isn't Pete Davidson hosting?
No, Trevor Noah.
Yeah. Oh.
But see, Trevor Noah, and this is another layer.
Okay.
Kanye West and Trevor Noah been going back and forth on social media recently.
Okay, that's what it was. I was just like, because I'm piecing together. I'm skimming through the article.
Yeah.
But they said he had a few with the host. I was like, Pete Davis hosting the Grammys? I was like, wow, like that's crazy. Yeah, I was about to say that's crazy.
That would be insane.
That's nasty. And I was like, y'all,
that'll never happen.
Okay. Now I can see why they was like, "Hey, you can't mess with the South African. Leave Trevor Noah alone." Now if it was Pete Davidson, they'll let Kanye come there and drive the ratings up. Okay.
Nah,
that makes sense.
it makes sense now.
I'm glad you. Hey, that's
cool.
My
One
mans.
of us gonna read it. It's all good. It's all good. It's all right.
But no, it's wild. Like, you know, Kanye having this mental breakdown in front of everybody, in front of the whole world, pretty much. I mean, I don't say here to say I necessarily have the sympathy for him, because he has the wherewithal, the resources to get the proper help that he needs. Yep. Everything that, you know, he's been doing since he's been a part of the Kardashian clan has been a media circus, and it's attached to him.
That's real.
And now since, you know, they're divorcing or going through their drama, and these children are involved, you know, God bless the children, you know, hopefully they can, you know, not see their father in this light, you know, hopefully they kind of, you know, we can kind of move past this.
Right.
But the Grammys banning one of the most decorated artists of all time is nasty. But I mean, what has Kanye done? Whenever he's touched the Grammy stage, he's always drove up ratings in a good way. Mm-hmm. So what do you think he's going to do now? Is he that unhinged in Hollywood where they don't trust him to be there?
Yes. Yes. Especially the last shit. I would just say all of 2022. Mm-hmm. Like, we've all seen what Kanye West has been doing in the media and on social media with his ex-wife, his children, with Pete Davidson, now with Trevor Noah. Yeah. We've seen this. March is almost over. The last 3 months, we've seen everything Kanye's been doing. Yeah. We really gonna allow him to be on national TV where the shit is live? We don't know what the hell he gonna do. No.
Yeah, what he say when he first got it? He's like, hey, everybody was worried about what I was
gonna
do.
Look, I guess we'll never know.
Look at that.
Listen. But now we know.
But that was what?
That was hell ago.
Woo! I can't even put the number on it that long ago.
That was a minute.
But no, I mean, I get the Grammys. Like, I mean, if you want to protect the money, which is the host, and the safety of all the, you know, the A-list musical artists and celebrities that are gonna be there, yeah.
Because
it's like it ain't like Kanye go run in with the, you know, this ain't.
Oh
this
yeah,
ain't, this
no,
ain't
this ain't that. No, this ain't that.
That's what it. But I guess when they say banned, that's what they made it.
Yeah, look. Like. No, we just don't want him here because you got to think of it not only from the award show as a whole perspective, but you got to think about the people that are in attendance. Like, his antics could, you know, just make everybody else uncomfortable. Like, then they're not enjoying themselves. I mean, they probably already not enjoying themselves because they got to sit there for hours and not eating shit. But this will make it worse. That will make it worse, though.
It might make it entertaining. Like me, like, hey, look, man. I am of the generation that goes to church and looks for the chaos, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, people be shouting, doing all crazy stuff. I be looking for that. I be needing that to get me through what is a boring church service. So if I need Kanye to come in this joint and act up, like, hey, man. No.
That's hilarious. I mean, it's actually not a bad perspective, but I feel like I feel like that would spin out of control though. Like, it makes sense, but
I would let him come there, act up, and have security escort him out. Like, I would. Hey, look, we've always now we're about to get into a different bag, right? Mm-hmm. You know how when we talked about, I think it was like a Lil Nas X conversation, and like keep like the things that he would do on stage when it kind of provokes people. Yeah. But it was just like, no, I need him there for ratings. Mm-hmm.
But see,
if I'm a show producer,
but that's contained specifically.
I know that's like two different things. Yeah, I get it.
Just in the performance,
I don't think Kanye is literally a danger to anybody but himself. I don't think he's gonna run up on, let's say, Billie Eilish is sitting in front row. But he's not gonna do it.
But see, this is the thing, because it's Kanye, we really don't know that.
But has he ever done anything physically to anybody?
Oh no. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he is a danger to himself.
I do not think Kanye West will physically harm anybody. No,
yes.
But would he interrupt the show?
Yes. And I need that.
Nah, they don't need. Nope, Grammys don't want that.
They need that.
It ain't me. Man, listen, we don't care.
I won't care.
You know how much the Grammys don't fucking matter. This shit was supposed to happen the week after the Super Bowl. Nobody said a word. This shit been pushed back 2 months. Ain't nobody said shit.
Not a peep.
Not a freaking word. Now it's happening. It's actually next Sunday. No, nobody even knew that. Did you know that?
No.
Exactly.
I didn't even care.
Only reason I know that, I was at my mom's house last week and she liked to watch, you know, Channel 4, the news and stuff. Yeah. They had a commercial. That's the only reason I know that. That's the only reason I know that.
I
Grammy's been pushed back 3 damn months. Ain't nobody said a word. This shit don't matter. Shit don't matter.
It's funny, Johnny. You set me up so perfectly, man. We got a little topic here for you, OS gang. I hope you guys are still around, still enjoying the conversation. But we had a conversation last week, and I think it spawned into something even more this week. And I just want to ask the question: do accolades and music even matter? We just talked about how the Grammys got pushed back, so it's just like, so when like, and accolades can span across just, obviously, magazines with their rating systems, record sales, awards, things like that. Mm-hmm. I think those are like big three when it comes to like accolades and music. So what do you think about that?
Like my short answer, just thinking about the question without getting too deep into thought on those different things, my answer will be no. Mm-hmm. Only because it's like pre-streaming, right? Yeah. An artist, like the way we perceived the artist, the way we knew an artist was hot was based on record sales, radio play. Is your video top 10 106 and Park TRL? Like, that was our rating system for artists pre-streaming. Today, during streaming, nobody really watches music videos. I mean, people still, artists still make them, but I don't really know anybody consistently watching them. We really don't have top 10 video or music countdowns. Nobody's really listening to the radio. And then still to this day, nobody knows how streaming works. All we do is look at the streaming numbers. These certain amount of streams total 100,000 copies sold or whatever. Nobody knows what the hell that means. So how can we say today that accolades work for these artists? Because what accolades are they really getting anyway?
Okay. Well, with today's arguments, right? I think it's more so because we don't, like you said, there's no judgment system, no bartering system of things to really say, hey, that this artist is who they, who the numbers say they are, because we can tell a manufactured artist.
Big facts.
Especially
today.
Yeah, especially today. Now, yesteryear, that's a little bit different. Yeah. But right now, as it like, I can tell, like, oh, the machine is pushing him or her. Like, you can see it. Like, it's like, who's listening? Like, who's listening to this? But hey, who am I? Yeah. I'm on the ground level. I don't know anything. I don't buy albums. I stream. Like, that's all I do. Right. If I feel like you hot enough, I'll put you on the phone. I'll download you. But I ain't paid for it. Right. I pay my $10 to Apple Music. Keep it moving. Like, that's how it works. Exactly. But I don't know. I guess it's more of a yesteryear argument when you start talking about, like, do accolades matter? When you start saying that this artist has this many Grammys, or this artist has sold this many records, or this artist has won this amount of AMA or AMA awards in one night. Like, those things, it doesn't matter when you're talking about the music itself, or when you're talking about the individual artists and where you rank them in history. Like, I don't know, like, because it only really matters when you're debating. And I guess that's where, kind of the basis of this whole damn argument is. Like, when I want to start getting to the nitty gritty and I want to say, hey, this artist that I can pull up and say, hey, they got this, that, and the third is better than this artist, I can look at it. It's tangible.
But in that, what exactly are you looking at? Because even let's take the Grammys discussion for example. Like, today, we know the Grammys is messed up. Like, the people who vote for these things, like, even though if they were to get a rap list, and we stick in the rap categories here, if they were to get the rap category right, because I don't remember who's nominated, but the nominees for best rap album, if I'm not mistaken, we talked about it a few weeks ago, but we said that category was legit. Like, these are the people that should be nominated. Okay. But even if whoever wins, like, is that really account for them, in a debate? Like, hey, Kanye West won best rap album for Donda. Like, is that part of the argument for him as an artist?
Hey, look, people don't want to use Grammys until their artists that they love don't have them.
No, that's true. That's true.
Like, I can sit here and tell you Jay-Z is the most decorated rap artist of all time when you talk about Grammys, right? But if you're not a Jay-Z guy, that doesn't matter to you. You like, well, X, Y, and Z. All right, cool. But if you want to have something that's tangible, commercial success, I got that. And I can point to that. Kanye West, he has, I think, if not one more than Jay. Okay. But that's because of production, too. So you got production. You can get one for production, you get one for feature, and you get one for your own song. Or your own album.
So, okay. And that makes sense.
Or songwriting. So it's like you got...
And that makes sense. And that would go for not only the Grammys, but all the other award shows, too.
Exactly.
So aside from awards, what other accolades can we bestow on these artists for their argument?
Do you use a number of records sold?
I don't know because it's different now.
I was about to say
it's different.
Hey,
now.
Look, you being the Michael Jackson fan that you are, you would quickly say that Thriller sold how many records, right?
I think it was like 30-time platinum or something like that.
But do you know Garth Brooks sold more than him? So would you put Garth Brooks over Michael Jackson? If we're having that debate.
but see, that's interesting. That's a personal thing because I don't even listen to Garth Brooks.
My point is that I don't either, but that's just a tangible fact that you can pull from. That's all I'm getting at. Like I'm not here to diminish anybody's art because at the end of the day, music is subjective, right? How you receive the art is how you receive the art. Yep. Now, if it just happens to sell because it's a pop culture phenomenon or people just love it that much, all right, cool. But that's not to sit here and say that this album that's indie isn't just as good as this album that sold 30 million records. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I mean, I don't know, man. We just have access to so much now. When back, again, pre-streaming, we only had specific avenues for new music. It's like I don't know about Cash Money unless I see it on TV, and then from there, that's why I'm going to buy the album because that's based off the single. Damn, this single hot. Let me go buy the album, and then I buy the album. It's like, oh damn, this whole album fire. Not just the single. Yeah. Today, it's shit is almost a complete opposite. Like I hear the single, I'm just going to the single. Fuck the album.
Yeah.
So
it's like that. Yeah. So I don't know. It's more of a yesteryear argument, like I said, because when we start thinking about like the rappers that we grew up on and the lane that they can kind of go over to get that commercial success and not really like cross all the way over where they lose themselves. You like, all right.
Yeah.
You like, all right. Like you use Cash Money. Juvenile sold 4 million records. 4 million black people didn't buy that album.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. So bootleg was definitely hot.
Man, what? First time I heard 400 Degrees one from a real CD.
Right though.
But it sold for $1 million though.
That's crazy.
In an era where you had to go
buy it.
So who's to say anything about that album? It sold for $1 million.
Right.
Now, did it win any awards? I don't think so. But does that diminish the greatness and the impact of it? No.
Right. Exactly.
No.
Exactly. So for today, is there anything outside of award shows that we can, or are there any accolades for artists that we can use in arguments?
Like the streaming argument is nasty when there are streaming houses.
Yeah. Big facts.
Like it's nasty.
You know what the equivalent to that is? What? And I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard a rumor about Cash Money back in the day that they used to buy the album
like
for their artists.
The Carters definitely those rumors were definitely floating around for Carter 3 and Carter 4 because they sold 1 million a week.
Yes.
So and then Jay-Z did the same thing with the Samsung deal. That was was 1 million sold technically just because it was preloaded on the phone.
Right. Damn. Streaming forms is literally
streaming, and then Drake is probably every other week we hear something about Drake or Eminem, and these are great generational type artists. So don't ever get this this twisted, but you always hear about them breaking a record every week.
Yep,
that's because of streaming, and I'm not saying they're streaming forms, but that just shows you it's does it matter? Because Eminem's the number one selling rap artist of all time for now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
what's going to change that in another year? If Drake keeps going, keeps making little singles
here and there.
Yeah. The most streamed artist. What does that mean? Because remember, it was a time where 1 billion streams. Oh wow, Drake, you doing it like that? But that's kind of commonplace now. Anybody do 1 billion streams?
That's true. Lil Nas X did that shit a week.
I did.
So let's see. I think, looking at what an artist does outside of music, I think it's probably without us even knowing it, it's being counted as accolades for them. Like everything.
So we start talking about business. Like, nah, I don't want to do that because and I know where you can go with this, but I know how the whole haters kind of use that. I don't want to use Hov in that.
Yeah.
Like Nas. Nas has a lot of accolades outside of music, and but I'm never gonna say Nas is not great because he just won his last Grammy last year. That's nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, I'm not doing that. Mm-hmm. But does that diminish the greatness of an artist? No,
definitely not. Definitely not. And what I think, at least the younger generation, would consider accolades today. Let's take Megan Thee Stallion for example. Her brand deals. Then she had a brand deal with Popeyes.
Okay.
Did she have a meal at McDonald's? I said
no. No, she had the sauce at Popeyes. That's it. I don't think it was nothing else.
Well, I feel like it was something.
That was Sweetie that had the
right. I do remember. Hot Cheetah. I feel like she had another brand deal. Maybe I'm tripping.
No. So I think she did have multiple brand deals.
Okay.
You're on point with that, but the food, I think it was just the sauce at Popeyes.
Okay, cool. So outside of music, so the brand deals, remember the first, she has like a first look deal or whatever with Netflix. So like things like that, okay. I feel like people in the younger generations would consider those accolades for an artist.
Okay, I can see that because accolades have just changed. Like, we don't necessarily glamorize the Grammys in the way that our OGs did. You know what I'm saying? Because even like the Jay-Z's, the Nas's of the world, the Will Smiths, like all the yesteryear generation of hip hop still consider the Grammys to be the creme de la creme, even though they go back and forth with them. Right. So I don't know if necessarily the younger generation says, hey, Chance the Rapper got 3, so he's great. Like, nobody really says that.
Right. Right. No, that's true. So yeah, I don't know. And honestly, to go back to the question, are accolades important in music? Personally, I don't think so.
Only in like singular debates. Like, if you just want to have an artist versus artist debate, you got to pull out something.
You do.
You got to pull out something. Drake won 13 American Music Awards in one night. 13.
Who watches American Music Awards?
Nobody.
I'm not diminishing that, but it's like
13 though. Like, Johnny, he is a rap artist, but no, he extends to pop and reggae and other genres. So
literally
everything. Like 13. That is historic. That's nasty. That's never gonna happen again.
Never.
But I'm just saying those are the accolades that you kind of like put hang your hat on. Like, we don't have, like we said, I always use this example. We never have a Source or a XXL rating rap album, so we can't say that this was a XXL in the top publication. Like, they deemed it a classic, right. So therefore it's a classic. No, those things don't happen anymore. So that's not even an accolade you can hang your hat on as a rapper anymore. That's true. So what do you find? What do you find solace in as an artist? Do you find the solace in the fact that these corporations or these entities recognize the art that I do, or the fans just love me for who I am? Those are two different things. Because I don't know if you can chase both.
What I think the artists, like the newer artists today, are only using music to springboard them into other things.
That's fair.
And I mean,
that's fair.
And it's not like it's not possible, because Will Smith did it, Ludacris did it, Queen Latifah did it. Like, you have really successful hip hop acts that have become things outside of music, which is a beautiful thing. And I can't sit here and be upset for new artists that who has a passion for making music, but ultimately says, hey, like, this music stuff is cool, but this is not the long game. Like, this is to get me in the door. So when I start seeing these other opportunities, I'm out of here, and I can't be mad at it.
Nah,
can't be mad at it.
Yeah. So the answer is yes and no. I
mean, right.
More, and I'm talking about myself. It's more like yes and no. Because I think when you have certain accolades, the music kind of lives forever too.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, certain accolades kind of drives your attention to it, either if it's good or bad. Like, we know the Grammys have historically gotten rap wrong, but just the overall landscape of music, they drive the price up. Like, if you're a producer and you produce something that's Grammy nominated or Grammy award winning, hey, my price goes up.
Yeah,
so it's a give and take with it. So if I'm a producer or a songwriter and I wrote something that won what the Academy says is the number one, hey, I need extra 10K. I need an extra 15. I need an extra 20. That drives my price up.
You know what another accolade is that I feel like the younger generation would use? Followers on social media. Yeah. Listen,
no.
I know as wild as it is, having a million plus followers is a great thing. Yeah. And I feel, man.
But deem it an accolade of your actual talent, though.
Hey, I didn't say it. All I'm saying, I feel like that's how they look at it. Because
it's not for me to understand.
For them, why else would you have 1 million followers if you're not talented? What you got 1 million followers for? Why these people following you? I'm just trying to put myself in their mind state. I know it's super nasty, but again, like we was talking about over, it ain't for us. We the uncles now. It's not for us to understand.
You're right.
We the uncles. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. But people let us know about that conversation and any topic that you've heard discussed here on OS.
Yeah, man. Let us know. If you're on YouTube, we appreciate you all for rocking with us this long. Please like, share, subscribe. Hit the comment section. Let us know what you think about the show today. And if you are on audio, we're about to get into OS Song of the Week.
Yes, sir.
Man, it's a lot of dope music came out.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.